What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video guys, I will show you several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you again the explanation of the so-called wasting the time through the potential Congress path to the resolution. On top of that, I will show you a major update from the Scott Roth's litigation, and I have to say that we have a quite promising forecast for this case. On top of that, guys, potentially we might see even a tiny light at the end of the tunnel from the Donald Trump side, and in today's video I will explain you what I'm talking about. But before we dive deep guys into all of this, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. So let's start with the set of tweets that were written by Mark Basile and that are related to the path to the resolution through litigations or through Congress. And we have this space call that was recorded by Steph and that was hosted by Steph, and he's extremely angry because of the current status of MMTLP saga. And I don't want to read his tweet because he's extremely angry and he used a lot of bad words. But let me show you what did Mark Basile write. Stating the obvious is not pissing on anyone or criticizing anyone. A tremendous effort was made by a lot of people, but at the end of the day it failed. It really comes down to how much time are you going to give it. Remember, the longer this goes, the less time you have to take action to actually force some sort of resolution. I have always been on the team of driving towards a resolution. Our court case against TracStation is a pathway for that. How could it be anything else? People have been blinded and led down a certain path that think otherwise. And I don't need any more work, so that motive is long gone. You're a smart guy, Steph, take the 20,000 view. And on top of that, guys, take a look the comment from Roman Soups in regards to the same space call that was hosted by Steph. He wrote, MMTLP, in my opinion, Steph with his 100 shares is understudy of due diligence and is very much full of crap. Now he is upset because a shareholder with a significant position and losses is trying to get paid, and he's jealous he lost on lottery tickets. And Mark responded to this. Mad at the messenger, that's only stating the obvious. I have nothing against Steph. Think he is smart and trying to do his part. But the situation now, after 2 years, requires everyone to re-examine their efforts and where they are directed and whom they are trusting. And guys, this is the, in my opinion, again, very good thought in regards to this case, because we have to do just something in order to achieve our goals. Unfortunately, we are not getting anywhere and we are still stuck in this position and we don't have any help from the Congress side. But we have a light at the end of the tunnel through litigation processes, and I will show you what I'm talking about in just a couple of minutes. On top of that, Mark wrote this. Just yesterday I showed you that Christian Shaughnessy mentioned about the MMTLP case in regards to the problem of big banks and their capital reserve requirements. And Mark responded, MMTLP, complete misplaced reliance on politicians to help, wasted 2 years of tremendous efforts. And Heidi Moga wrote this 20 hours ago. Mark, I normally stay out of this, I'm speaking only for myself, and I totally get that there is not been a resolution via Congress. That said, I disagree, it's been time or effort wasted. It's been one area of constant pressure applied to those we elect to watchdog the markets and has resulted in success, so-called success, in other ways not yet financial. Personally, this BS situation has caused me to become much more knowledgeable about the markets and their effect on government and our public servants, so-called public servants, as you can see right here. It forced me to step way out of my comfort zone to advocate for better governance in the future. Excellent research has given us the opportunity to tell our representatives that we now know how we are getting screwed by their, at best, compliance or, worst, corruption. It's exposed the corruption for what it is, pulled the curtain back on who it is, shined a huge spotlight on how it's being done, and has forced them to talk about it in public. I will never again vote a straight ticket and now understand the importance of local government and how it affects the broader picture. The legal route is another way to exert pressure. I heavily applaud those able and willing to go that route. It's not my lane. Keep fighting your fight. It's excellent work you're doing. Win or lose, it's another pressure point. But please don't disparage those who disagree. And guys, Mark responded to this. I haven't disparaged anyone if they take it that way and don't buy into the meaningless BS talking points. That on them, not me. I stated the fact, 640 days and no resolution, not even a subpoena from Congress. Unless all of the Herculean, it is a compliment, all of the Herculean efforts produce a result before the SOL runs out. Then SOL means Statute of Limitations. Then this has been a massive fail. No one fault except the Kool-Aid pourers and those that were filled with opium. What are you going to say on December 14th, 2024? That's not disparaging anyone, although there are some that have provided a lot of material for me to do so. But you can't change the facts. Just because the community seemed to have moved the ball down the court, it was stolen or went out of bounds. I think many community members did a great job and put forth a great effort, but at the end of the day, what are the results? I've done nothing but help this community and I get criticized for speaking the truth. And I know a lot more than many of you think I do. It would be foolish to think I don't. So guys, I have to say that Mark is 100% correct in his statements because we basically have a deadline that is set on December 14th, and with some exceptions we potentially might end the entire saga right here with the total loss of retail community. And it is not the best news, but we have a light at the end of the tunnel. Let me show you first all this news. Meta News reposted this tweet that was published by Donald Trump, and Meta News wrote, "Just in, Donald Trump to hold the SEC and NASDAQ liable for manipulation in this company, DJT." And Donald Trump wrote, "Why is NASDAQ halting the sale of DJT? What right do they have to do this? They have done it twice today. What's going on? Are they taking orders from the SEC, which for political reasons delayed us for an inordinate amount of time, therefore hurting the stock very badly? I'm going to hold NASDAQ and maybe the SEC liable for doing what they are doing. If they do it again, we will move the stock to the New York Stock Exchange. It's my intention to own this stock for a long period of time. In my opinion, it is the real voice of America, but it is definitely my voice, and it will be for a long time to come." And guys, I have to say that we have this quite strong message from Donald Trump, and it is not the first time when he mentioned about DJT, and I have to say that our cases, DJT case and MMTLP cases, are tied up together because of this letter that was written on April 23rd of 2024 by Devin Nunes, the CEO of DJT, and it was addressed to four chairmen: the Honorable Jim Jordan, Chairman Committee on the Judiciary, U.S. House of Representatives; the Honorable Jason Smith, Chairman Committee on Ways and Means, U.S. House of Representatives; the Honorable Patrick McHenry, Chairman Committee on Financial Services, U.S. House of Representatives; and the Honorable James Comer, Chairman Committee on Oversight and Reform, U.S. House of Representatives. And in this letter, Devin Nunes explained the potential violations of the trading rules and the potential pressure on the DJT stock from the short sellers. And right here, he mentioned about our case and about our letter that was written and prepared by the Ralph Norman's office back in December of 2023, and that was signed by 74 members of Congress. And with this mention of DJT trading halts, Donald Trump might push our case forward as well. Definitely, the chances are quite slim, but we have to use any possible way how we can push the case forward, and this is one of them. But let me show you the most prominent way how we can do it. And Scott wrote just 10 hours ago, wrote this tweet, the gloves are off, let's get the 2 trading days back. And he published this, he basically refers to the Google Drive where you can find the, let me show you this in details. It is a plaintiff Trott's reply memorandum of law to defend and financial industry regulatory industries objection memorandum to Trott's motion for a preservation order. And as you can see, Scott Trott right here is a plaintiff, and Ari Rubinstein, GTS Securities, Charles Schwab, FINRA, and Gary Gensler are defendants. And let me show you right here what do we have. So on page number 12, you can see conclusion and prayer for relief. Number 1. Trott requests of this court an injunction against continued use of FINRA Rule 4560 and cites the U.S. National Security Act and the Patriot Act, Bank Secrecy Act, and the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act as grounds that this FINRA rule constitutes a grand thief for U.S. economy, opening for massive financial players in the U.S. system to hide shorts, thereby destabilizing the U.S. financial system. Number 2. Trott hereby requests an injunction against FINRA's existence based on the foregoing here and the U.S. constitutional arguments contained in Reply X Limited Discovery. Number 3. Strip FINRA of any immunity as it operates in violation of U.S. anti-money laundering and anti-terrorism financing laws and has created strategic vulnerabilities in the U.S. financial system capable of being exploited by our Chinese adversaries et al. And guys, this is a quite crucial point of this document. And the fourth one is a real mind-blowing. By virtue of the US Supreme Court decision in Sloan, Trott hereby request of this court a writ of mandamus against FINRA CEO Robert Cook to immediately restart trading in MMTLP on the US OTC market for 2 days of buy to close to commence on or about October 24th, 2024. Trott makes reference to the proposed writ of mandamus filed in the incept of this action as the model, substituting only Cook for SEC Chairman Gary Gensler. Trott hereby requests oral argument. And guys, this is the crucial point for this entire case. Potentially on October 24th, we might see some kind of result of this request, and if FINRA loses their immunity partially or completely, it will definitely expose their activity, and it will definitely be used in potential upcoming cases. And this case, RICO case that was filed by Scott Trott is a real bombshell, because it uses a completely different approach. Somewhere here, wait a second. So take a look right here. FINRA cites Park versus FINRA, Hoffman versus Fidelity, Hensley versus TD Ameritrade, and Towell versus FINRA, and attempts to sell to this court the idea that these cases are identical to Trott. They are not. None of these cases raised the US constitutional issues Trott has raised regarding the Appointments Clause, non-delegation and separation of powers. None of these cases provided over 80 pages of evidence documenting the fact patterns leading to inexorably to RICO. And guys, definitely this approach is completely different than any other approaches to previous cases. And that is why, guys, we have a chance to win. And that is why, guys, I have to give a huge shout out to Scott because of his hard work. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium